Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Christina with Cuddles by Christina, and it is getting to be late on Saturday evening. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend so far. I am kind of struggling at the moment. I really debated whether or not I wanted to just even make a video today. But I really did just miss you guys, and I just wanted to get some things off my chest. You know, I always go back and forth between, you know, trying to find that balance between oversharing and just communicating and wanting to, you know, talk to you guys. It's not always an easy balance because I do tend to be an oversharer, especially when things are kind of rough. And, you know, people have different reactions to, you know, stress, different things that happen. Some people need to more, you know, retreat and not talk to anyone. They need their space to process, and that's perfectly valid. I'm not someone who can keep things like that inside. I do need to express my feelings and communicate as best I can. Now, I mean, it doesn't always go the way I plan, but you know, it's tough, trying to, find that balance. So I have still been spending a lot of time with my dolls. Before I get much further, this is my sweet Clarence. I think he was wearing this last time he was on. Guys, I just love this little gown on him. Just look at his sweet face. And I am someone who still holds and interacts with my dolls even when I'm not making videos. I know that some people, when they are going through things, they just don't even feel like getting into their hobby. They don't look at their dolls or touch their dolls. And that's one way to go about it. But even when I'm not, you know, actively making a video or doing anything, I definitely am still holding my dolls because they do comfort me. So which camp do you guys fall in? Do you kind of retreat from the world, from your hobby when things are going on? Or are you someone who kind of clings to it like, oh, I need to hold my baby just to de-stress? I definitely see both sides, but I can never imagine just like going super long without holding one of my babies. And, you know, without getting too much into it, without revealing, you know, too much, okay, I'm trying to be careful. Not that my family watches my videos, but even if they did, I'm not saying anything wrong or they don't know. So my mom has started dating again. It's been 18 months since my dad passed, and you know, I've talked about all of that on different videos here, you know, my own struggle with grief. And now my mom is out there dating again, and it's not easy to process, to say the least. I am really struggling, you guys. I of course want my mom to be happy. I don't want her to be alone or lonely, because she has said many times, I'm just lonely, I'm all alone in that house. And I get it, and I want that for her companionship or whatever, you know, whatever else will bring her joy. But I was not expecting to deal with this quite so soon. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely sick to my stomach thinking about meeting this guy, because I don't want him replacing my dad. As silly as that may sound, I know he's not replacing anything, but there's still that part of me that goes, wait a minute, my mom can't be with anyone but my dad. Like, seeing my mom with someone not my dad, it doesn't compute. It's so weird. It's just weird. And my mom admitted that it's, you know, weird for her too. You know, not having been on a date in 50 years. It's it's tough. So I feel like I'm struggling a lot more with this than my siblings, for better, for worse. That's why I was kind of going into, you know, emotions, that kind of thing. Excuse me, guys. And I've always been more emotional than my siblings. And you know what I was thinking about? That's why I wanted to hop on too, because I know a lot of you are probably in the same boat. You feel the way I do, where we feel emotions extra strongly. And a lot of times in society, we're told to downplay that or push it down, to not be so much, to not be so emotional. Why? Sorry guys, that was my low battery. I hope my camera doesn't cut off. But why is it a bad thing to be emotional and sensitive? I've never understood why that's a bad trait, or a trait I was supposed to change or grow out of. You know what I mean? I think being sensitive and emotional is a good thing, you know? What's wrong with feeling emotions? It's, you know, it's not healthy to bottle them all up, for sure. So if you're feeling something, express it in a safe, healthy manner. You know, I'm not saying express your rage out on the streets and, you know, with a hammer and start knocking stuff down. You know, of course there's limits. But yeah, it's okay to be emotional. And that's what I'm trying to give myself permission to do. And again, it's not easy because it's always been sort of tried to be drilled out of me. Not by anyone in particular. Like, no one has specifically said to me in those words to stop feeling what I'm feeling. But you know what I mean? You get the feeling that people just don't want you at a certain level, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping, guys, this is also why I haven't been making a video. My throat, no matter what I do, is so dry. These allergies are awful. I am so sorry. So anyway, I just wanted to give everyone permission to feel all your feelings, be as sensitive and as emotional as you want. And Clarence agrees. And one other thing before I go tonight, before my voice gives out. I know I'm rambling a bit, and I apologize, guys. I hope this makes sense. I'm going to keep this short, again, so my camera doesn't cut off, hopefully, with the storage. But that's just what was on my heart, you know. I feel like maybe other people need to hear the message that it's okay to feel how you feel and express your emotions. My day did not get much better today. I do have a couple, not really a haul, but I do have some things to show you. I was running a few errands today. Guys, really, I am struggling. But I had to make a return at Kohl's, and I did pick up these adorable pajamas. And look at the butterflies. Look how cute. And it's so soft. Oh my gosh, I have to wash them so I can wear them. And then I could not resist this little cutie. Look at this. How precious is that? It's a mini for real that was on sale. I was not planning on getting a toy, but there really wasn't much. Oh, he says bye. There really wasn't much baby stuff to speak of, so I needed a pick-me-up, and that was that. So then I went to Walmart to pick up my prescriptions, and I decided to get my nails done. Pretty, right? It's kind of like a sparkly sand almost. I was kind of going for a beachy feel, even though it's the end of summer. but let me tell you, I will never go back to this nail salon again. I always go to that Walmart. It's right across the street. I figured I'll give the nail salon a try. Well, first of all, the technician, so I had two men helping me, one doing my manicure, one doing my pedicure. And I said, I want this color for my nails, a gel manicure, and a different color on my toes, which you obviously can't see, but it's a blue color, a really pretty, baby turquoise, we'll call it. Right, Sandra? And so when they were working on my feet, the other guy started doing the same color in the gel polish. I said, no, I picked out the other color. I was trying to explain, like, no, this is the one I want. I don't want them to match. I guess they're used to people matching. But just really not listening to me. And of course, when, you know, the technicians talk to each other in their own language, I know they're talking smack about me, you know, and that's fine. I'm not going to get bent out of shape over someone speaking a language I don't understand. Whatever. I was almost done with my nails. And the guy working on my manicure says to me, so how many meals a day you eat? And I looked at him and I said, excuse me? I said, that is completely gross and inappropriate. And he said, oh, no, I was just making conversation. If I hadn't almost been done, I would have walked out. I still should have, but I think I was in such a state of shock. I wish I'd made more of a scene. I mean, there was no one else there. Big surprise, now I know why. But of all the nerve to ask how many meals I eat, okay, look, I know I'm not a freaking size 2, okay? I'm not a size 4, whatever, a big deal. You're not measuring me for the Oscars. You're doing my nails, okay? How dare you, of all the audacity for you to have, like, So I didn't leave a tip. And I already wrote a review. I got 2 of my best friends involved. They're ready to call tomorrow and raise some more hell. Because that should not be allowed. I'm sorry. No. There's no excuse. There is no culture or language in which that's okay. So my day has been peachy from beginning to end. So I'm sorry, guys. I know this was not the most upbeat, happy video full of dolly things. I do apologize. Like I said, I just needed to talk to you guys for a little bit, get things off my chest, you know, let you know where my head was at. And it does make me feel a little bit better. Just when I get to not see you guys, but talk to you guys and then read the comments. So I do want to thank you for listening. I apologize for the TV on in the background. I don't know if you guys can read out. QVC is on in the background because I love QVC. But I apologize if that's distracting in any way. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to hop on real quick because I am definitely gonna finish getting ready for bed. I am just emotionally spent. So thank you for listening to my ranting, my rambling. I hope it made somewhat sense. I don't know. I'm afraid to post this. I don't even know if I'll post it, but I hope you enjoyed seeing baby Clarence. And yeah, guys, so I will be on soon, I'm sure. Hopefully, if I get this cough under control. But I love you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your night, rest of your weekend, whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bye.